Good afternoon. My name is Amira Salazar. I am a teacher in training and I am going to expose about an introductory analysis to a book, The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. This analysis corresponds to a close reading strategy which can be adapted to any text and which allows us a general approach to a literary work in order to understand and enjoy in the best way. Our approach has two stages. The first one is called opening moves. First notice. Talking about this book, the first thing I have noticed is that this book is easy to understand and is writing in a clear and comprehensive language. Second, pattern. The writer repeats patterns, especially in qualifying adjectives, use diminutives or use repetition that give great expressiveness to the history. For example, it is writing swallow, swallow, little swallow, could you stay with me one more night? These are repeated as rhymed phrases like refrains. Other pattern that I notice is about characters. I noticed that characters that transmit poverty and misery are often repeated in this tale. And other pattern I notice is about as in most tales, conflicts are resolved with a happy ending. The third element is contrast. The main contrast is about wealthy and poverty. The wealth statue adorned with many precious stones, in contrast with the poverty and misery of the people who live in the city. The fourth element is about feeling, how I feel. I feel a kind of sadness and compassion, maybe the same feeling as the statue for the people who have problems. I feel a kind of admiration for the swallow that lives her dreams to help the prince. The next stage is named core questions. The main question that we have to analyze is what? What type of text is it? If this work corresponds to a narrative genre, it's a short story subgenre, writing in a clear, comprehensively way. Who? I think the author seems himself reflect in the statue. Since in real life the writer was a successful writer, but I noticed that the relation with the swallow is very weird, because it's not clear if it refers to a love relation or a friendship relation, because the swallow is male. The next question, where and when? The play, this book was written in London at the end of the 19th century, during the time of revolution, industrial revolution. And how is this book writing? As I said before, this book was writing using diminutives, using repetitions, using repeat patterns, or repeat phrases that are strategical placed at the beginning of new chapters. Uh, all the book is writing in a comprehensively way and in a clear language. I respect why. Why is this book writing? Why it is precisely done. This book was considered an example of social conflicts because it returns our attention to everyday reality, and in the time it was writing, it was a shock for the power, for the high classes. Its story remains valid up to this day. What if this is, I consider this is the most important question, because we can apply our imagination. For example, if this book would adapt to this time, uh, I think it would not lose contemporaneity, since the problems mentioned about poverty and misery remain until our days. Um, Finally, I consider that this beautiful tale have deep truths and can teach us a moral lesson. I enjoy it. Thank you.